Señores de Como, bienvenidos. Tenemos a Tom Hardy, Venom himself. How are you, sir?
Good, man. How are you? I'm Eddie Brock. I'm a reporter. I always seem to find myself questioning something the government may not be looking at.
The essence of the anti-hero. He knows that there's good things, bad things, but the best thing is the fair things, right?
Fair things.
Yes.
I think that I don't agree with that.
No?
Because life isn't fair. So there's another paradox, you know what I mean? It's about the balance of how much is it possible to leave the place a little bit better than it was, but causing as less harm as possible in the doing, as opposed to the fantastical nature of I'm going to do good and there's going to be a good outcome and no one will suffer, which isn't real. I found something really bad. And I have been
How connect you are with your dark side?
The paradox of the human condition, allows me to play and run the gamut between a very large option of, upon my smorgasbord of different characteristics, some of which, may or may not feel right, but have ramifications and consequences. I have full access to every single, I suppose, degree upon my personal protractor of life, to the mean of which some things I choose not to go too far down. Do you know what I mean? So I know where my limits are, and I know where yours begins. I where the precipices that I want to push up on or not, because I'm old now. So do you know what I mean? I think I'd like to get older and become wise someday and have grandchildren. So I think I know my dark side well enough to know that, I'm not messing with it.
Look around at the world. What do you see? A planet on the brink of collapse. Human beings are disposable.
Venom is a complex character, right?
Yeah. I think he's a beautifully simple character in the aspect that he's predictably unpredictable. And that's what makes it potentially complex, but actually it's quite simple, in that aspect. He's going to do whatever he wants to do, whenever he wants to do it.
Yeah.
And that's very simple. So the fun that you can have with that is great, especially when you put the other half of the story in, which is Eddie Brock, who may not want to do that at this particular time and has to negotiate a larger-than-life creature from another planet out of doing that which he's frightened or perhaps doesn't want to do himself. So there's a great conflict there, but it's not too complex in the pursuit of, but it creates an abundance of choices.
Like man and symbiote combined. This is a new race, a new species. A higher life form.
And there's a lot of a lot of versions of Venom in the comics. What version are we going to watch, and what do you put into this interpretation?
The Lethal Protector is an obvious place to start because this is Venom alone. It's Venom alone driven comics. Okay, so we have to jump on that because we don't have Spider-Man, right? Everybody, that's no secret. That doesn't mean we're not campaigning to be in Spider-Man. Do you know what I mean? Or for Spider-Man to come and have a fight, or for me to run around and headbutt Thor and whoever else is in that universe. That's not saying that that's not happening. So loosely we base ourselves upon Venom in the Lethal Protector because he stands alone there, and this is a standalone universe, and it lives and dies, by its individuality. It also comes with 900 plus other villains within the Spider-Man world, and there's plenty of material there for creatives to portray and develop stories which are compelling and fun. Venom is enough of a character in his own right to warrant an audience's enjoyment to come and watch this character interact with other characters, whether that's in the Marvel Universe or in the Venomverse.
What do you want from me?
You'll find out.
Who do you want to fight in this?
Everyone. But it's not even about fighting with Venom. He doesn't care. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant fighting. It's
but
just
for
he eats people. It's not even trading on the same.
For you as a fan,
who do I want to fight as a fan? No one. I'm in a really good position there. I'm a Buddha floating on a lily pad, man. I'm completely invested in Venom and watching him succeed and enjoying him and listening to the fans and the feedback of what they'd like to see with it and what angle we go with it and how we develop it and progress with Venom, because I think actually he's really awesome. I think he stands alone regardless, do you know what I mean? There's lots of people we can play with. There's other worlds that do their own thing that we're not aligned to only by name with Marvel. There's a lot of red tape and all kinds of stuff, but irrelevant and irrespective to that, Venom on his own, he's an awesome superhero, villain, anti-hero character that's just well worth playing and also the price of admission to go and watch. I think it's a character who people can really get behind and have fun with. And there's no limit to what we can do with him, actually, at this point. I don't want to fight anyone.
We cannot just hurt people.
Tom, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Giant leaps will always come at a cost.